What's up, beginning band students? It's your girl, Mrs. Tucker, and I'm back with another hit video.
What are you talking about today, Mrs. Tucker?
Great question. Today we're talking about advanced bands.
Well, that sounds exciting.
You bet. Today we're going to talk about what's new and exciting in band after your beginning band year. We're also going to talk about the different band classes, how they fit into your schedule, what types of practices we have, and also how you can do other activities and band. And finally, we'll give you some information about how you can possibly be a student aide. Want to learn more?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's get started. First of all, after beginning band, you finally get to play together with all the instruments at the same time.
Really? So you mean like flutes, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, saxophones, trumpets, horn, trombone, baritones, tubas, and percussion all get to play together?
That's right. So see, here's the thing. In beginning band, you're in a class of people who play exactly the same instrument as you because we're teaching you how to play your instrument. But after beginning band, you already know how to play your instrument. So we spend time together as a full band learning how to play fun music together.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
It is. It's what we've been training you for the entire year here in beginning band.
So what you're saying is the real band experience finally starts next year?
Exactly. The real band experience starts after your first year in band, after you've already learned how to play your instrument in beginning band.
Well, that sounds awesome. Can you tell me how my second year band is different from beginning band?
Of course. First of all, after beginning band, in one of the advanced bands, you get to play way more concerts and take trips.
Really? Like what?
Well, for starters, we'll play a winter concert and a spring concert, but we'll also go to one of the high schools for a pre-assessment contest, Midway High School for the UIL band contest, Carver Middle School for solo and ensemble contest, Indian Spring Middle School for all district band auditions, Midway Middle School for all region band auditions, a contest at a water park in the DFW area in May, and possibly even more. If you are in the honors band, you'll also have the opportunity to play for the fifth graders at Crestview, Hillcrest, Mountain View, and Parkdale Elementaries, play at Tennyson's Veterans Day ceremony, the Tennyson Middle School Fine Arts Night, City Hall for the Sounds of the Season, and with the Waco High School marching band at a football game. Here's a picture of us at the Sounds of the Season performance, one of the football games, and at one of the water parks.
You guys went to a water park?
You bet. We usually go to some kind of theme park or water park celebration after a big performance.
Well, that sounds fun.
And next year, we get to actually perform on a stage in an auditorium.
You mean the gym isn't where we actually perform?
Not always. The gym is just the only place here at Tennyson that is large enough to hold all of us together for a performance. That's why traveling to other schools with auditoriums to perform is so special.
So that means next year, when we travel to compete, we'll get to play on world-class stages?
That's exactly right.
Well, awesome. That sounds really fun.
I know. So now let's hear from a couple of our Tennyson band students on their experiences in advanced bands.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Pullen. I'm an 8th grader who plays in trombone. And what I like about advanced band is that we play more professional music and then we get to do a lot more stuff that we didn't do in beginner band.
Hi, my name is Zeta Gonzalez and I'm in 7th grade. I'm a 7th grade flute player. I like being in advanced band because you get to play like your own music. In beginner band, like it's just like the notes, and in advanced band you get to play actual music.
My name is Eli Ruby. I'm an 8th grade bassoonist, and the thing I like most about advanced band is the music. It's a lot more challenging and fun to play. Doesn't matter if you're low or if you play the melody. You always have something new to do.
Hello, my name is James Nava. I am in honors band, 7th grade clarinet, and jazz band saxophone. The thing I like about band is that we actually get to play like music, and we get to see how each instrument sounds like, and that we get to do advanced stuff. We get to go on trips and all that good stuff.
So, Mrs. Tucker, advanced band sounds really fun. Can you tell me a little bit about the different classes?
Of course. After beginning band, you'll be placed in one of 3 different advanced band classes, along with 8th graders who've been in band before too. So currently, you're in beginning band. This is our first step in the journey in the Tennyson Band program where you learn to play an instrument. Next is our concert band. This group is the next step after beginning band and is made mostly of 7th graders. Then we have our symphonic band, which is our next most advanced group, which is composed of a mixture of both 7th and 8th grade students. And then finally, we have our honors band, which is our most advanced band and is made up mostly of 8th graders, though there are occasionally a few 7th graders in there.
So what's the difference between the 3 groups?
Great question. So our concert band plays music at a 7th grade level. Our symphonic band plays a mixture of 7th and 8th grade level music. Our honors band plays 8th grade level music and sometimes even plays high school level music.
Cool. Which one is best?
That's the thing. They're actually all very good. They all sound great and perform at a very high level. The only difference is the level of the music the groups play. Again, concert band plays 7th grade music very well, 7th grade level music very well. Symphonic band plays a mixture of 7th and 8th grade level music very well. And the honors band plays 8th grade level music very well.
So, how do we get placed into these different groups?
It's easy. We'll do a placement for each and every one of you at the end of the school year, and then we'll group you with other students that are at the same level as you so that next year you can be playing music in a group that is appropriate for your development level. That way, you'll always have fun. We don't want the music to be too easy or too hard for you. We want you to be focused on having fun playing music together.
Oh, that's awesome! So I get to play music with others that are on the same level and skill as me. So the music will always be fun and rewarding, right?
Exactly. And this will help you continue to grow and have fun in band next year.
So, just to make sure, all of the bands next year, concert, symphonic, and honors, they all get to compete in events and performances next year, right?
Absolutely. And all 3 of our advanced bands have been successful at competitions in the past years. The only difference in the 3 groups is the level of the music they play.
So who teaches each class?
Well, you're in luck because myself, Mr. Block, and Mr. Lemons all teach all 3 groups. We usually work together to provide small group instruction and individualized instruction. Then when it comes time to performing, Mr. Lemons is the primary conductor of the concert band, Mr. Block is the primary conductor of the symphonic band, and I'm the primary conductor of the honors band.
Awesome! I'm really glad that you're still going to be our teachers next year.
Me too. And check this out. We'll also be your teachers in 8th grade.
That's great. So when we sign up for band, do we need to select concert, symphonic, or honors?
Nope. All you need to do is just select band, and we'll make sure you get put into the right group at the end of the year. We do also have a special select band that you will select on your choice of subject form if you're interested in taking this special band class. It's jazz band. In order to be in the jazz band, though, you must also be in one of the advanced bands.
Who decides and chooses the right group for each of us?
Well, that's a great question. We use an evaluation process that is a combination of director recommendation, your pass-offs, playing tests, and sometimes even an end-of-the-year evaluation.
So you mean if I'm a high achiever in my pass-offs and do well on my tests, it might help me get a higher placement next year?
That's right. You might remember how I said that Symphonic Band is a mixture of 7th and 8th graders, and Honors Band, even though it is mostly 8th graders, there are sometimes 7th graders in that group. That's because sometimes 6th graders that show a lot of ambition and drive with their pass-offs are able to get a more advanced placement in 7th grade by doing really well in their 6th grade year.
Well, that's exciting.
That's right. Just remember, no matter what your skill level is on your instrument, we have a place for you in one of the advanced bands. You are a valued member of our band program, and you are important to us. We want you to continue learning your instrument and having fun making music in 7th and 8th grade.
Well, that sounds great. So, Mrs. Tucker, can you tell us a little bit about how band fits into our schedule for next year?
Absolutely. So check this out. I'm going to help you build a mock schedule for the next school year.
Well, okay, let's do this.
Well, here you see you've got 9 periods listed for you. Let's start by filling them with your required classes. Remember, this is a mock schedule, which means it's just an example. These aren't the actual periods you'll be taking these classes.
Okay, I got it. It's a mock schedule, which means it's an example schedule.
So first, you have some core classes you have to take that are non-negotiable. That means you have to take them. For example, you need to take an ELA course, which is a double blocked class, which means it takes up 2 periods. Note, scheduling can get more complicated if you are an Atlas student, but can be more flexible at the same time. You'll also need to take a math course, a science course, and a social studies course.
Okay, I'm following you so far.
Next, you'll have to take advisory class again. You'll also be required to take some form of physical education, more commonly known as PE.
Right, I got it.
Now that leaves you with 2 elective spots of your choice. So let's go ahead and fill one of those slots with band.
So, Mrs. Tucker, I have a couple of questions.
Sure thing.
What if I want to take athletics next year? Can I take athletics and band?
Absolutely. Athletics replaces your PE course like this. And it won't conflict with band at all.
Cool. So I can do band and art?
Yes, ma'am. And arts just goes in your other elective spot like this.
How about band and choir?
Absolutely. You would just put choir in your other elective spot like this.
Can I do band and Spanish?
Sí, señorita. All you need to do is put Spanish in your other elective spot like this.
So is that the same as if I wanted to take band and theater?
Exactly. Theater would just go in your other elective choice like this.
So you can really do band, athletics, and other electives all at the same time.
You've got it.
Well, that was easy.
But I do have one warning.
Oh no, what's that, Mrs. Tucker?
Well, in 7th grade, there are a lot of semester-long electives that you can take. Sometimes people get excited and try to take all the different electives in 7th grade, and they forget that they also have 8th grade to be able to try some of those semester-long electives.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and occasionally people tell us they want to try a bunch of different electives in 7th grade, so they're not going to take band in 7th grade, but they do want to come back in 8th grade.
Well, that doesn't seem like that would work.
Yeah, you're right. Here's the thing. Band is what is called a prerequisite course. That means to be in 2nd year band, you have to have been in 1st year band. And to be in 3rd year band, you have to have been in 2nd year band. So to be in band, you have to have taken it the previous year, with the exception of beginning band.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. If someone had taken a whole year off from playing their instrument, they'd be really far behind everyone else that spent the entire year learning and playing together.
That's right. So we always recommend that you take an advanced band and take another elective you're interested in. And then the following year, take band and another elective you're interested in. You can always save space for your secondary electives in 8th grade.
Oh, well that's a really good idea.
It sure is. So now let's hear from more of our tennis and band students.
I've been in athletics for 2 years, and it's been very easy with band and athletics.
I was in athletics for 2 years, and it wasn't super difficult. You just have to keep your time management, and you have to practice a lot because that helps in the future.
I'd recommend you being in band next year because there's a big window for many opportunities to show your musical talent.
So, Mrs. Tucker, I heard a rumor that band requires a lot of practice outside of school.
No. That's not true at all. We actually require very little of you regarding outside of school practices. Let me explain.
Well, okay, I'm ready.
So starting in advanced bands, we run rehearsals outside of the school called section rehearsals, or sectionals for short.
Well, what's a sectional?
Well, because you're in a class with all the different instruments combined now, we run a sectional once per week for your section where we meet with just your instrument to give you instrument-specific instruction and guidance.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like a small group rehearsal.
Exactly. And it allows us to provide you with specialized instruction to help you continue to grow and be awesome on your instrument.
Cool. So how does it work?
Well, for each group, it's different. For example, if you're in concert band, you won't have any before or after school sectionals throughout the year. It'll be a little bit like beginning band in that everything happens during the school day.
Okay, that's easy.
Right. And if you're in symphonic band, you'll have a maximum of one 60-minute rehearsal or sectional per week before or after school.
That's it? Just once per week for 1 hour? I thought it would have been a lot more than that.
Nope, that's it.
So what about honors band? I bet because they're the most advanced group that they have a lot of extra rehearsals.
No. If you're in honors band, you'll also have a maximum of one 60-minute rehearsal or sectional per week. That's it.
That's it? Just one rehearsal per week? I thought it would have been a lot more than that.
Yeah, that's because we value being efficient with our time and we never want to ask more from you than is necessary.
So how do you schedule these rehearsals?
Well, we know that our students are involved in many different activities on campus and some off campus as well. So we typically don't set a schedule that lasts all year because activities and sports change with the season. So what we actually do is set a fall, winter, and spring sectional schedule for symphonic and honors band so that we can be flexible with sports practices throughout the different seasons.
Oh, that's smart.
You bet. In all my years of teaching, I've learned a thing or two about how to make scheduling easier.
So how do you decide which days to have those sectionals?
Great question. We ask all the students of both the symphonic and honors bands to fill out a questionnaire through a Google form, telling us what activities they are involved in and when, so that we can do our best to schedule the sectionals at a time that works best for everyone in each section.
So you mean you take student input before you start making the sectional schedule?
Exactly. You are very important to us, and it is our intention to make things as easy for you as possible.
Cool. Well, I got one more question. What happens if our band sectional happens at the same time as a tennis and athletic practice?
Well, that's a great question. We'll do everything possible to try and schedule your sectional at a time that isn't during your athletic practice. However, because athletics practices happen every day of the week, we do occasionally have a few students that might have conflicts. So here's what we did. We worked out a deal with the coaches, and here's what we came up with. The tennis and coaches will let you miss one of their 4 to 5 practices per week to attend your one band sectional per week with no penalty to your experience in athletics. That means you won't be in trouble for missing athletics practice. In return, we will make sure that we never schedule our concerts or rehearsals on the same day as a big game.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys work together to make sure that us kids can do band and athletics?
Exactly. It's important to us and the coaches that you don't have to be forced to choose one activity or another. You can easily do both.
As a percussionist, I have to wait for the band to get ready, and whenever I go to sectionals, it's easier because we can just play.
I liked sectionals because it helped us practice more on our music, and it helped us with our own instruments, and it helped us to get better at our own instrument.
What I liked about sectionals was the amount of people there. They were all very friendly when I was there, and it was just fun. There was nobody to stop you from playing. You just kind of did your own thing, but you still got people around there to help you.
So, Mrs. Tucker, I'm interested in being a student aide in band next year. How does that work?
Well, great question. Student aides are 7th and 8th graders that are enrolled in one of the various advanced bands and a beginning band class as their second elective. For example, you might be a saxophone player in the Symphonic Band, but you could also be enrolled in the beginner saxophone class as a student aide as your second elective.
Well, that's cool. How do we sign up to be a student aide for band?
Well, that's the thing. There isn't an option for you to register for student aid. We will be handing out applications for student aid on the last week of March, and we will notify our selected student aides for next year by the end of April if they're selected.
So what do we do right now when we sign up for a second elective in our registration?
Easy. Just pick any other second elective that you're interested in taking in case you're not selected as a student aide.
Well, that's easy.
Right. So we'll have those applications ready by the last week of March.
So, Mrs. Tucker, advanced band sounds awesome. Thanks for the super helpful presentation. How do we sign up for band?
Easy. Just make sure you choose band as your number 1 or number 2 elective choice on your registration.
Well, awesome. I can't wait to start my real band experience in the advanced bands.
Us too. You're important to us, and we're so excited to have you as part of the tennis and band. So don't miss out on the fun. Make sure that band is your number 1 or your number 2 elective choice on your registration. And we'll see you soon.